much. The X marks against Night Stalker is actually quite strong as long as Kunkka obviously is not stunned or silenced himself. So could potentially be a bit dangerous, but I think they have enough support here for the Weaver to slow down this Night Stalker, create a bit of space, and not first item Lincolns, but maybe second item Lincoln Sphere here for the Weaver will put him in a good spot defensively and offensively. So it's a good Weaver pick. We've been seeing him a bit more. Team Liquid likely to need here an off laner for themselves, while Wind and Rain still need to pick up a core. I think that's going to be their 3, 5, and 4 respectively picked up. It could be a mid Lina, but I think now all of a sudden you want someone with a bit more lockdown, maybe even a targeted spell. I put a lot of emphasis into being able to hold down a Weaver, but I think within good reason. There's no Ember in the pool. Their pickup, oh, just kidding. Yeah, there is no Ember in the pool. I was correct, as he was banned out here by Wind and Rain, but they'll pick up the TB. That is interesting. It's cool to see him back. I'm curious to see how they're going to play him here. Obviously, it's going to be laning. Oh, geez. I'd assume we want him with the Chen. Maybe even tri-lane up for a while. Let's let Night Stalker get an early level 6. Could have maybe gank mid lane here on the Kunkka. I don't know. We'll see here as we get into the last picks. But I like the TB pick. The thing I am curious to finish my thought earlier is how Wind and Rain are planning to run him. Because the Terrorblade of the past was the, do pretty decent, much like, not really a Tiny, much like an Alchemist, where you're doing pretty alright in the lane. You've got, 7 armor at level 1, and then you just farm jungle, you get, you get your Dragon Lance, you go into the jungle, you come out when you have your Manta Style, and then you start fighting. There was, a time, an item that you wanted to hit to start farming with TB. I think, and this was around the same time you saw Luna, right? Obviously, Luna a little bit, not too gone by the wayside, but she's definitely riding Nova into that sunset the way things are currently heading. So I'd be interested to see how they run. Maybe you want to be a bit more aggressive on the TB. Obviously, he's going to be even better with items, but you're going to give the Weaver a bit of time to come online for sure, as TB not the earliest of heroes in terms of their timing. Last few bans will be the Tiny and the Bat Rider specifically. I like the Bat Rider ban quite a bit, actually. That Flame Break is quite strong. Forced movement generally is, it's a doozy to deal with. It's a little bit troll, obviously, but also quite strong here, as both teams heading pretty deep into their reserve time. We'll turn up the master audio once we get in game as to not glitch out the hero portraits here. You know what? I should do it now because hello everyone in Dota TV. There we go. That's an Earthshaker. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be maybe a core Lina instead then, potentially. I wouldn't be opposed to that. It could also be a mid shaker. I think he does actually decent against the Kunkka. He's able to get off denies at least earlier on before that level 3 cleave comes in, and then really the creep stand no chance. But you can at least get denies pretty reliably earlier with the enchant totem. Oh, the Brood Mother though. Okay, so obviously, this game, she's going to be going for a bit more of Brood Mother as the hero damage instead, rather than the Spiderling builds, which you sometimes see. This is still glitched out. I apologize. This seems to just be glitched out, so I am sorry about that. But yeah, that's going to be much necessary this game. You've got great wave clear here on Wind and Rain, with just between the Lina, to be honest. Plus, if you go Night Stalker X, these spiders are just going to melt, absolutely melt. And let's not even bring up the Shaker, right, in that case. But if you go for more of a hero-based build and try and just push early on, farm up the map, just spike super early on, I think you might be able to take really early fights against this team. Who do they throw mid now against the Broodmother, though? I'm extremely curious, but unfortunately have obviously messed up the Dota drafting GUI here, so interesting. I feel like you almost want to send... Oh, man. You play the Shaker for it? Man, that last pick Brewer just always manages to ruin your day, doesn't it? Let me go ahead and open the door, release the cat. There we are. Hop in game here. What is going on? What is going on? I believe someone may have possibly joined my broadcast channel. Give me a second here, as we're gonna have to reconnect real quick. You gotta love those Dota 2 lobby bugs here. This is a nice one. Oh boy. That's a bit of a doozy here, as I believe someone has accidentally joined my broadcast channel. And unfortunately this won't cut it here.
The pattern is complete!
Give me one moment here as we try and get this sorted out, but I do not have control. You know what? We'll be right back here. Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to go ahead and relaunch the game, see if that fixes anything. Stick around, just quick technical difficulties. Everyone, thank Gaben. We are good to go. Unfortunately, we did just miss first blood. I truly apologize about that, but some very casual lobby bugs, you know. And Sania almost dying as well here, actually. We'll be able to heal up a bit. 16 decay on him. Probably had something to do here with first blood, if I had to guess. Who was it on? If I had to guess, the Chen? No, it was on the Lina instead, so it's going to be a support Lina here in the offlane with the Shaker. Mid lane, they will send, I'm sorry, with the Night Stalker. Mid lane, they'll send Hannah here against Q. Oh my goodness, I practiced so much before the draft, only to muck it up now. Quokva, I apologize. I know I'm still probably butchering it a bit, but I'm not from Europe. NA boy here, so Quokva on the Broodmother here. We now get underway with the game, having a bit of a rough time. Right here on the TV, as we said, 11 armor already. I must have been incorrect here. Maybe those plus stats helping out a bit, but last I remembered he had 7 armor, but now literally might just be unkillable. We'll go ahead and boost the game audio a bit more here. There we are. Quokva gonna have a nice early game here against the Shaker, but as we get more and more levels into that Shaker, that's slowly gonna change. You can already tell with that enchant totem, only still level 1, that crit damage is able to do so much work here. You can pretty much secure yourself just about any lane or any CS. Even with that 1 value point in it, is especially useful here on Deny, so that's showing 13 and 4 already on the Shaker. Curse Crown into the Torrent, nicely done here. Is Boxy looking for the kill? Nice body blocks, will secure it. That one, if we even neglect it, it's going to be Boxy with the offlane Kunkka. Supported by Taiga as well. As we look top lane, maybe a bit of an engagement. These decay stacks certainly stacking up. McKay with the Soul Rip here, doing good amounts of damage. He'll turn, the LSA will connect. As that Void during the daytime, sure not doing a whole lot of damage. Well, actually it does full damage, but not providing the stun it was quite looking for, but we'll be able to say friendly Lina. Alright. 2 Wraith fans queued up on Nefrit. So looks like playing it much like a gyrocopter here is Mickey, getting a bit aggressive underneath the tower, just missing that one. Likely to be another LSA stun. Nope, just plenty of attack damage there. Spiderling army continues to grow here now with webs at level 2 on Quokva. Gonna be farming up the jungle a little bit faster between waves as Nefrit going ahead and popping the damage there on the E. The metamorphosis damage. Quokva, of course, leaving the Spiderlings safe in the jungle to be able to farm up. How's McKay doing here? Up in the safe lane, 17 and 3 compared to the 18 and 7 so far on Nefrit. Of course, has a bit of a nice advantage thanks to the meta damage, but that'll be going off cooldown here for about another 2 minutes, so might expect it to go the other way. We've got level 3 on the Kunkka now, 2 levels in the Tidebringer. Something notable about deciding to duel off lane here. You do get levels much more slowly. I forget the exact percentages, but basically if we look over mid here, Shaker just about to get level 6 here. I think he needs this wave +1. He might get it here thanks to the denies. No, he needs one more wave. So usually around 5 minutes, 5:30, you get the mid laners to be level 6. By that point, it's not too atypical to see Boxy here on the Kunkka maybe go for a 1-3-1-1 build. Of course, right now, he's not going to nearly have that many levels because he has support, obviously, supporting him. So he's not going to be able to see us with the Tidebringer or harass with it as efficiently as he'd perhaps want to. So something to keep in mind there, of course. We're going to have a little bit of contestation for the runes. Nikwa up top lane will die. The second Gemini attack unnecessary as Nightstalker Nighttime finally coming in handy. That Void Slow as well will do the trick, allowing him to escape. Cursed Ground bot lane on Y. So we'll be closing the gap. Nice bit of Bramble Maze. Make sure they're not stacking these stuns whatsoever, forcing him back towards the creep, which at least are helping him out, because of course they are going to be his creep. But they're not able to do too much, the two trolls. Value Stride out from Liquid. There's Mickey, gets joined by Quokva. Bot lane, Nefrit perhaps in a bit of trouble. Cursed Crown once again. They've got great CC here, especially with that Bramble Maze. He's able to at least juke this one out. They don't have a Torrent, but they do have a Tidebringer in just one more second. They just gotta find vision. It's not quite enough, but one more last hit from Taiga will certainly do the trick there, landing the kill. So I think that's 1 kill, 2 kills right now on Nefrit. It's a lot of early game harass they have for him, certainly, and I think it's not going to get too much easier depending on how this mid lane's going. Now level 6 here on Hannah. Just found himself an Arcane Rune. And bottling up a regen as well. I thought we were going again bot lane, but they're going to go and back up. Beauty of the Kunkka as well is his combos don't cost too much mana to execute. That's why he's so strong mid lane. Of course, he's not a high mana hero, and he's not going to get a bottle too quickly on the off lane. And I'll get the CS there on the siege creep. But he's able to just continue going and going as here we go again. Taiga now with a rotation from Nikwa. The LSA will not connect. Courier is going to get fortified, and away she goes. That's Boxy looking to escape here. Let's have those phase boots already, able to juke in and around. The Courier getting chased will not be able to find him. As it looks like Boxy's safe for now, but they've got an idea where he is. Into the trees they go as hunting. He's got no choice but to show himself here now, as the Torrent will not connect. The LSA will, however. Still got a bit more damage here in the Metamorphosis. Boxy staying alive a bit longer, but the Dragon Slave will end his life. As mid lane, ooh, careful with that creep wave coming up. Echo Slam leveled and ready. Level 8 so far on Quokva. Oh, just got corrected in chat. Thank you for the correct pronunciation. That one always scares me. Koiko. Koikva. We'll go with Koikva. I like Koikva. Koikva. We'll try that one out. Ah, we missed a kill. All right, onto Nico himself. the classic combo, just able to run it down. They might be even able to get more here. Curse Crown will stun him up in a few. TB off in the jungle as he needs to get a bit more farm in before he can be too effective. Double kill for Taiga now. We take a look at some other heroes on the map. 92 and 3 already is our boy Qualifiers. Already has the Hand of Midas to the Broodmother's name, as I think top lane in like a little bit of action here. Mickey getting a bit aggressive. Nice bit of damage here. Can they chance on it? Level 5 does not have the time lapse quite yet. He is able to Sakuchi off to safety for now. Might consider coming back. Has a few bottle charges, now going back in, nicely dodging out that LSA. Boogie turning, has another Void, level 3, good amount of damage into Mickey. Soul Rip keeping him alive a bit longer here. Again, the lack of protection up top lane, not making it easy to get any of these kills here on Mickey. As Sail up on Boogie, might try and turn, but the middle lane gank. One fissure, and Mickey dies. The LSA might set up for a second one here. Indeed it does. Nicely done top lane. I think they're going to go for a bit of aggression here. They've spotted Nefrit farming in their jungle. Foxy maybe trying to find the opening here, but why? Doing a great job making sure that he's not going to allow that to happen. Might just sacrifice his life, juking in and around the trees. Unfortunately, the tree will be cut down, revealing his cover. Spot of trouble now. There's likely to be another kill. Indeed it is. Meta popped on Nefrit though, and actually Hannah here as well. There's going to be the boat getting called down, creating space for Boxy to TP right out of harm's way, leaving Taiga perhaps for dead. For now though, instead. She's going to be able to walk it back to the lane. Koikva doing much better now, has the Soul Ring, and of course building up towards that classic Diffusal. Diffusal, Solar Crest is usually what you see as well. It's Undying, gonna eat a stun here. Level 10 runes, Mickey is still gonna find it. We'll drop the Tombstone as well. Soul Rip, what's that? What level is that? Level 2 Soul Rip. You see a lot this now. Usually it's maxing Soul Rip, so it's interesting he's gotten a second level here in the Decay. He's making it work, however, so of course I will not, I will make no comment on its efficiency quite yet. But more values than Soul Rip seem to be kind of the thing. So sometimes it's not too surprising to see 131 here at level 5, but instead he's gone for a second level in the Decay. Allows him to stack it up much quicker. Speaking of stacking, how's our TB doing? Third Wraith Band to his name and full power treads. It's running quite nicely. Like I said, I'm really curious as to see what the build is for the TB. I presume it's still going to be something like a Dragon Lance into Manta. Like I said, especially because they just nerfed. Uh-oh, Hannah might be in a bit of trouble here. Do they have a lock on him? You got to be careful. You can see all these Spiderlings don't want to get too close because the slam. I don't think he's going to get the chance. Indeed, he's not. The silence is there. Very well played into that nice bit of spirit damage, or the wisp damage. I apologize. Okay, TPing out, being able to here, as finally there's detection in the lane. But Koikva, mid lane, pushing the tower. Thank you, Twitch chat, I feel much better about pronouncing the name now. Koikva pushing mid tower, will be able to find it, so that's going to be the first tower in the match done. You got Mickey pushing down bottom, and a nice fortifying up top will pretty much end this run here for Wind and Ren. Trying to at least get this tower easily. 3 heroes here to contest it. Boxy, supported by Insania and Taiga. So far, nothing though. It's Koikva continuing to farm. Haven't seen an Echo Slam yet, so that's going to be perhaps a big point of inflection here in these team fights. Diffusal fully completed, however, on the Broodmother. She is farmed. Down bottom here, Mickey sparring off a bit here versus the Terra Blade. Finally has that level here in Sunder, so is not too unafraid to battle Mickey here. In fact, is definitely not afraid. We'll go ahead and pop the Metamorphosis here. There's going to be a Sakuchi in a few more seconds, though. The meta will be used to continue farming here. Mid lane, looks like we might have a kill here onto Hannah, trying to keep him stunned up. Will be able to. Nice micro there. Leaving the spiders away, top lane. Insania in a bit of trouble. That's going to be Laguna Blade, but still not dying, actually. Insania, not quite yet. Boogie forced to chase one down, forced to work for it. Taiga is there, but not fast enough as the Void will find it. He has actually queued up the Aghanim Scepter here on the offlane Night Stalker. I like it. Although, I fear that... well, hold on. This fight's not over yet. They could be in a bit of trouble. There's going to be the Crippling Fear preemptively jumping in here now onto Taiga, trying to juke in and around with the Bramble Maze. Ooh, the Torrents, though. They're going to try and turn here with the Wisp. Can they pull him back? The X is ready. They didn't want to commit it quite yet. As the Ascension will now connect. That was an Echo Slam. I'm not sure if it quite hit Mickey, unfortunately. He's going to walk right back underneath that tower. Go ahead and show himself once again. A Fissure, not max, so it's got a pretty long cooldown here. I don't think they're going to quite be able to catch him, unfortunately. However, there is Nikwa here. Yeah, I think he definitely missed that Echo Slam, considering the tips are now coming out from Team Liquid. Nikwa trying to farm here, maybe baiting, but Mickey going to just finish off that CS here. Yeah, I don't think that Echo quite landed anything. I think that was trying to set up for the kill there. Foxy, two armlets. Could you imagine a hero wearing two armlets? How silly. Two bracers to his name. That sounds a bit better, doesn't it? Is quite tanky. Has queued up here the Radiance. Oh, so my point is, don't get me wrong, AoE Void is fantastic in team fights, especially if it's nighttime, if you have the Dark Ascension, blah, 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 right? But it's also great for farming. No one is denying that. However, you've already got a teammate within the Terrorblade who really needs to farm as well, right? Pardon me for that burp. So, you know, I'd like to see the Night Stalker maybe go a bit more utility early on to try and get away with these earlier game fights, you know, maybe like a Medallion into the Solar Crest. Maybe an Urn would be quite good as well here against the Broodmother, although you don't really want to be fighting her too much. Nice stun here by the Centaur onto Boxy. He's might consider chasing, though. X marks here onto the Chen. Not sure if they want to go for it, but speaking of going for it, down bottom, Nephra getting ran down here. Mickey, they're going to go ahead and swap or asunder, get a bit more HP, trying to buy a bit more time, but Koikfa easily able to get that kill there. No Aghanim Scepter queued up for the Brood. I did forget about that item. But this is kind of my point, right? Broodmother's really one of these heroes that can just head right into the jungle and just contest very nicely, as she's been doing thus far. There we go. Almost the Dragonlance completed as well. Will help him out a bit, but like I said, this TB needs to be farming, and they've been doing a good job of leaving him pretty much the entire bottom jungle. I'm not saying they're not, you know, it's not like you got Boogie jumping in here, voiding all the camps in the jungle with 1 Q and stealing all the farm, but it's just a bit concerning here, especially because you're going up such an early aggressive lineup here. I mean, this Kunkka going to be pretty strong soon. You got the Broodmother, of course. It's a bit scary, in my opinion, but I'm hoping they can pull it off. And if they can go late, ooh boy, late game TB is quite scary. It's Halloween, so I'm sorry, it's October, so it's quite spooky, and this guy is no joke. Wind and Rain definitely have a much spookier lineup. Unless you have Arachnophobia, then Liquid's lineup is probably much scarier in that case. Yeah, it's hard to imagine a much scarier thing than this spider, honestly. Especially with how strong she's getting, and she's going to be even stronger here, going straight into that BKB, so maybe trying to fight a bit earlier on. The Aghanim Scepter is quite good. It did get nerfed in that post-TI patch ever so slightly. I think the move speed is like 10%. You have like 2 less webs, max webs, I'm sorry, or something like that, so it's not crazy, but it's alright. Still very strong Ags, of course. There's no denying that. Let's take a look here. Yasha completed now on the TB. He's actually... So he definitely did have the Dragon Lance queued up first, but he changed into the Yasha. I like it. Go more agi. It's not going to help you too much. Wow, boat here to murder the Chen creeps, which is absolutely worth it. Don't get me wrong. It's just truly ruthless. It's actually a little bit more difficult because they have increased the boat cooldown by 10 seconds, actually, just most recently. So that's you know, it costs a bit more, but it's definitely well worth it here. Hannah queuing up the Blink Dagger, needs about another 500 gold. It's so scary to even try and farm that mid-wave, though, because you just don't know if there's a spider waiting for you on the other side of that river. So, just trying to create space here for the TB. They've done a good job dewarding. Very defensive wards placed down as well, but still, you still have a few aggressive ones so far standing on the side of Liquid. Although, now that I say that, Caster's Curse right onto the D ward. It goes Y. Wasting no time there. Get this Spiderling army, man. Just patiently waiting here, having farmed this triangle camp. How's Mickey doing? Still doing alright. Actually has gone for the boots, interestingly enough. Okay. Maybe I was wrong in my draft analysis, which, you know, not super surprising, all things considered, but I thought for sure boots was not super in the norm. But hey, it's more stats, which is always going to be nice. A bit more move speed in case you do get silenced, like I said. So still could be quite strong. I do like it. It's a good pickup here. Speaking of nice pickups, Kunga's got his relic. Will have the full radiance here in another, about now, I would say. Needs about 200 more gold to complete it there. That's going to be a pretty scary item, and you've got a 10-second BKB here on the Broodmother. I think if you're Liquid, you just want to fight now, right? And if you're Wind and Rain, I think you're going to try and have to delay. You do have a nice item here, and they will smoke up mostly together here. As a Spiderling will go ahead and be sent out to scout. Boogie unsmoked, gonna go ahead and try and take it down. So maybe they're pushing out for the tier 1, trying to start an engagement. Team fight here on Team Liquid is quite scary though. Is there a radiance yet? Not quite yet. Another 50 gold needed as Boogie will commit the Dark Ascension here to try and find this tier 1 tower. Trying to creep smoked up, running forward as well. Commit him that discount Lich armor. Going forward, maybe trying to find the jump here. Lena trying to correct these spiders. Will get a good amount of them, as will the Angry Tomato Hellbear Smasher. I think they've caught the Lena, though, as in comes the boat into the X combo. Do they have the follow-up? Do they want to follow up? Might be the question. It looks like the Augury will come out. Tombstone getting dropped. Laguna as well onto Insania. Just absolutely eating that one up. No problems there. TB has shown up, has not committed for the Metamorphosis yet, and I think they're going to want to try and avoid this fight if they can. Now there's this Radiance up on Kunkka. I think it just got delivered in that fight. Might have been a key factor in deciding, maybe we don't want to go in, guys. Looks like 2 for 2 here on the rune. Saiga might be dead here. There's going to be a spider not too far behind, and lacking lockdown, I don't think they're actually going to be able to kill this Willow. Things are coming out. There's going to be the Fear, as they have found a kill onto one, but looking back top lane, the Torrent into the Wisp combo. Is it enough damage? Yes, it is, actually. And as the Boxy's Radiance will tick him down. Very nice pushing, now set to take the tier 1 tower, and we still have not seen a Blink Echo Slam yet. And he's gonna go straight into Ags, maybe consider turning that Ogre Club here into the BKB if he decides he needs it. However, we haven't seen Nikkei in these last few engagements either, which is always a bit scary when a core is just not showing up to fights and you're, well, still not winning them. Mid lane, maybe going for the jump here. No, just chilling. Just chilling. Now Willow with the Eul's up there, a great defensive item. Can try and interrupt the combos. Eul's up the Lena, disrupt her Eul's combo, who does not have one quite yet, but the Aetherlands and the cast range talent are hers, so that's a nice spike there for the support Lena. It allows you to stand much farther away in safety. Nefert now is farming quite nicely, has finished off the Manta, going straight into that BKB next, so you are maybe letting the foot off the gas here a little bit on Team Liquid. We do need to push up, as Aghanim Scepter needs another 400 gold here for Boogie to secure the Ags. Then he's really going to start farming. What's Nefert got now? He's going to go straight for the Mithril Hammer, a bit more damage. Team smoked up behind him, while the rest of Liquid are in their triangle near their top shrine here. Maybe just gonna go straight in a row. So yeah, let's go for it. BKB still secured on the Brood, maybe holding on to buyback, maybe doesn't know what she wants next. Not too uncommon to see, like I said, an Ags or a Medallion. I don't think you've got one queued up yet on Liquid. It wouldn't be unsurprising to see Boxy go for one, but he wants his BKB first. As the bot tier 1 will fall, so that's gonna be all tier 1s off the map finally for both teams. But I think all of a sudden you're going to have a Broodmother here with, interesting actually, I don't think I've seen this too many times either, but a Broodmother with just brown boots, you know, before she 6-slotted and wants a TP boots. So that's a little bit surprising as well. So Liquid preferring the boot strategy as they will lose their tier 2 for that Roshan. They're trying to TP out of harm's way as Nefert will be able to without any stuns here. Why? Not able to do so actually. The Bramble Maze catching him last second, I think TPing as well back home. So that TP a bit longer on cooldown, or a bit longer to channel rather. TB might be in some trouble though, as now 3 heroes closing on its location, and you know something's up as a web will be dropped. Okva trying to close the gap, chasing him down, has a few more webs as well, and a good amount of mana. The Swarm will catch him. Luke as well here, and Sania turning, trying to fight. No mana either for the Sunder. And the mighty TB will fall for now. Oh, I heard an Echo Slime. I just missed it, actually. They're going to jump immediately, be able to blow up Mickey. However, very nicely done there. Looked away for a second. I was about to say, are they going to go for a re-engagement? The answer is yes. There's going to be the Crippling Fear going straight on to the Undying, trying to prevent them getting off any more damage. Guokfa, in the meantime, maybe considering going back in here. Has very few Spiderlings, however, and a nice Diffusal Blade there. Unfortunately, the Broodmother doesn't really care. I'm sorry, nice Fissure, rather, there. The Diffusal Blade was good too, slowing down as well. Nice dodge out by the LSA is getting 7-7. Will be the Lina, Perch Crown. Setting up for the kill. Very nicely done there. It was a good slam. You get a big kill onto Mickey, as well as the Undying. So you got to take those kills here if you're Wind and Rain, though. All of a sudden, Mickey's farm starting to slowly be overcome here by the Terror Blade. Who needs about another 900 gold for the completed BKB. No BKB used in that fight either, so you don't commit a whole lot on the side of Liquid. You do lose Mickey, unfortunately, but you're still holding on to a 10-second BKB. You're still holding on to an Aegis as well on the Broodmother, and she's committed now for the Agnum Scepter, so that'll be coming here. Probably will have it after this tower push, maybe head bottom. I think this is good. Arguably, maybe even before the BKB, but you know, that's small things, right? They're still playing this game quite well. But there's the AoE Void, absolutely murdering all of our spider lanes. So the D push coming out from Wind and Rain all of a sudden is so much better thanks to this Agnum Scepter. It's huge. Yeah, look at this D push they have now. It's quite strong. It's not. It's worth to mention that we shouldn't underwhelm the Chen passive either. Divine Favor, very strong. Yeah, it's very good. Very, very strong ability. That heal increase can be huge here. I don't believe that has any effect on Sunder, though. Yeah, it shouldn't, because it's just percentage basis. Compa now going for a gank here onto Nikwa. Will they find him? The X marks is off cooldown. Just going for the torrent first, though, going for a little bit of a fancy play, so we will not be able to catch Nikwa, as the rest of Team Wind and Rain is actually farming in their jungle. A line's being drawn on the map, so maybe they have an idea, as now they're going to go for it. Still smoked up here is Taiga leading the charge. Will spot Boogie here, I believe. Not quite, actually. They'll be okay, and in fact, Wards will scout out Team Liquid as they try and catch anyone still farming in their jungle. Won't be able to, as they will TP out of trouble. Boogie cutting the wave mid lane, it looks like, trying to continue pushing on, just wants that movement speed and the flying movement from the... What's going on here, actually? Mickey might be able to jump onto Nefert here. I don't think that's going to be quite an easy solo kill, especially now that you do have an Agnum Scepter on Nefert. Worst case scenario, he just BKBs and leaves. But Mickey gonna at least go for it. No, instead channeling the TP, because mid lane, they might have caught Night Stalker here. He's still okay. Phase Boots, once the Dark Ascension, means he moves quite quickly. Hard to catch him there. So I think this is going to be Ags now completed as well on the Shaker. I was about to say, it should be about time for this. 26-minute Ags, Blink, and full boots is not too bad here. Not too great, however, as that was a mid-Shaker, and Boogie here could be in a spot of trouble. That Crippling Fear is a bit scary for this team, like I mentioned, unless you want to commit the BKBs. I'm not sure if they're quite there yet either. And there's a good hold here from Wind and Rain. They might have to retreat. Spiderling's going to be able to juke out that stomp from the Centaur, as I think that's Ags on Guokva as well, but Ag reveal on Hannah can go back in here with the slam. It's not enough creep force heroes nearby, though. Nice torrent onto Nikwa, able to easily get that kill. Now dead for 45 seconds. TB continuing to farm, though. Needs a bit more to try and farm up against this scary spider. We might find Boogie here, though. Insania on Mickey. Both to jump on him. Not quite. BKB on Mickey as well. Gonna go straight for that Scotty. And seeking out is YYY. Will not be able to. They even hold on to the Yule Scepter for now. As drop the mecha, or he'll use the mechanism, but still won't be enough healing for him. Taiga again with the Wispy to get that kill. Still, Nefrit knows where they all are on the map. He's going to continue jungling. He's definitely well aware where everyone is. Wants nothing to do with his team quite yet. Sure, he's got this BKB, so maybe he doesn't die immediately in the fight, but he really just doesn't have the damage quite yet. As he's opted for the Manta first. No Dragonlance to be seen in the inventory. Might be able to push him out, force a rotation, but at least cut the waves, keep the tier 2 alive a bit longer. Although with all these Spiderlings and a Kunkka and a Weaver, of course, it might not be too unrealistic for them to just lose their tower through backdoor either. Who knows? Smoke Ink out here from Wind and Rain. They might make the jump here. Is there going to be a good initiation on the Night Stalker? There is. They found Insania, and jumping straight in will be the Shaker. Nice kill there. Securing with the LSA. They're going to jump forward, kill off a bunch of the Spiderlings. I'm not sure if they caught anyone there with the actual Algo Slime damage, though. So he's a bit ambitious now. Night Stalker could be in a bit of trouble. Nice stun here on to 1. They're going to keep the Willow locked down for a bit. That's going to be the BKB expiring now on Koikva, however. Kunkka here as well. Still no TB though. TB nearby, ready to fight, sending forth the illusions. Or are they called mirror image? I don't think so, right? Conjure image. Yeah, I know that's Naga, but sometimes, yeah, there's no way they're named the same thing. Spiderlings gonna call it out here. There's gonna be Box jumping forward. BKB X combo here is gonna be onto Night Stalker. Nicely done there. They'll be able to blow up Chen. He will get off the God's Healing. Really wish he had a BKB or an Echo Slime. Now Hannah does. There'll be BKB on Kyoka. Not gonna be enough though. The Fear locking down the Shaker. Now Nefrit trying to fight here. Actually, Shaker still somehow alive, managing not to quite die as Mickey trying to fight against Nefrit. BKB still not enough. He will have the time lapse, still staying alive just a bit longer, but actually having to back up. As Boxy chasing someone down somewhere. There was a Sunder. Nefrit continuing to try and fight Laguna Blade. Not enough on for the kill onto Mickey. They've jumped onto the back lines. Taiga with the double clear, assisted by Koikva, and now full retreat is Nikwa unable to run away. The trees, the pathing not working in your favor. Great fight from Team Liquid. It wasn't really looking their way initially, but just the uninhibited pathing that they have here on Koikva, just so good. Buyback will be the Lina. Night Stalker as well has the buyback, but no Dark Ascension, and it just turned daytime, so not your ideal fight for them if they want to try and take it. Maybe trying to go for the defense, but no one showing past the tier 4 tower except for the Conjure images here. Now Taiga blinking forward, has found the Lina, will secure the stun here. Nice LSA to stun her up in return, but Mickey will simply time lapse back after finding the kill. Mirror image gonna do a good amount of work here onto the. Careful here, Brood does not have Aegis anymore, playing it real tight, but knowing how much damage that Brood's able to get in and safely escape as well. As the Tombstone creating a bit of a buffer here. Slam now back off of cooldown, but I think the rest of Liquid will just be on their merry way. Off to Midas something, surely. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at items here. What do we got? That's going to be a Scotty on Mickey, making him even tankier. No Lincolns for him yet, which makes sense. I mean, the only thing that blocks really that you care about is Lacuna. Still holding on to that time lapse. Has a BKB. I don't think there's going to be an Aghanim Scepter too soon on the Lina either, so not a huge concern for him, honestly. Shiva's on the Kunkka is really going to help out, though. That move slow, especially to help your Brood close the gap, do even more damage, help Mickey as well, just continue jumping around. I think we have, no, not smoked. 10-second BKB, 10-second BKB here on the Night Stalker, though. Needs to be a bit careful. Shalina, 15 talent, the LSA damage, 17 on the Shaker, just about to hit that level 3 slam, which will then, of course, reduces that cooldown to a much more usable limit. There's Taiga, maybe looking for something. I'm gonna be able to find it here in the Shadow Realm. Quick pause now by Wind and Rain. Bit of lag. claimed by Nefret. It's got the Eagle Song. Really actually has farmed up quite a bit. Envy didn't get involved in that last fight, but of course, 5 and a 1. So, I mean, listen, in the draft he's up against what more really could he have wanted to do. However, he's going to start turning this around now, surely. Eagle Song picked up. We're going to have the Talisman of Evasion quite soon. Team Liquid here needing another bit of a second. Ooh, that's a big item though. Aeon Disc already on the Dark Willow. I always forget how cheap that item is. 3,100 gold for an item that gives you 100% immunity for 2 seconds. It's a very good item, obviously, but glad to see the Willow jump that. Now it's going to be even harder to take her down early on in these fights. Mickey going to get gone on here. There's 3 heroes from Wind and Rain trying to close the gap on him. They don't have any vision down here. They might know something's up, so maybe they're going to try and go for it. It's not trying to close the gap. You do have Blink and Ags here on the Shaker, but Mickey, sensing something's wrong, will run into the trees and scurry his way out of harm's way. Ooh, Roche literally responding the second wave, but jumping in there, as I believe that's going to be now not a full Bloodthorn, but instead just the Orchid completed. And they've already gotten these heroes down bottom on the side of Wind and Rain, so not so much a free Roche here. They don't take it incredibly quickly, but I think they're going to take it fast enough for Wind and Rain not to be able to mount an offensive move here. Cheese now on the Broodmother. I believe they've given Mickey the Aegis, and indeed they have. It's a very scary bug now all of a sudden. About to complete the Mjolnir. Sitting at 2,600 HP. 4 swarm attacks to kill. Yeah, you know, that makes a lot of sense if they can disable these blink daggers here. But still, Nefret maybe ready to fight. Has now the full butterfly. Just needs to get to the courier as the bugs actually will scout him here. Just gonna go straight for the TP out. He wants nothing to do with this potential engagement. Teammates not nearby. Was hoping to maybe farm a bit longer. So he is out of harm's way. What's going on here? Are these spiders? Oh no, these spiders are murdering this poor Chen. And are trying to get the kill here, or trying to at least stun the spiders up a bit longer. Ugh, unable to do so. Look at it, he's just getting the runaround by these spiders. Finally, Nikwa able to do something with the Dragon Slave. Nicely done. Space created on the side of Liquid. Uh-oh, they scouted Nefret here with the 3-man smoke, and Mickey now will jump on the backlines here. There is going to be Boogie trying to jump forward, trying to disable Insomnia. He has gotten off the ulti. YYY will go ahead and die, though. No chance for him to get off any more damage. Nefret will just be able to disengage from this fight, as now Liquid, with a bit of a pause, a bit of lag here in the middle of this team fight. X marks is applied on the Night Stalker. He did just BKB, however, and I don't think this is pure. Yeah, it does not pure spell immunity. So he's not going to be taking that percentage-based damage. Broodmother now joining the fight with the Agnum Scepter is still Mickey. And where is he? He's BKB chasing a bit further. BKB is going to be wearing off, though. As Hannah might try and re-engage here. It looks like Wind and Rain might go around here. Give him a bit of the runaround. No vision here on the side of Liquid. I almost called them Alliance. I swear I didn't mean to do that. Oh, boy. Back in we go. Unlikely to allow. Oh, Boogie actually going to go ahead and get them a bit further away here. His BKB much longer than anyone else's, so we're just going to have a clean disengage after only the Chen will lose his life. Insania comes quite close, but no cigar. Nefret has shown bottom, though. It is a bit spooky for him to be in. The Blind Torrent will not connect. The boat may give him vision. No, it will not. However, Mickey certainly will here, and you cannot destroy these bugs too easily. That is going to be the 8-second BKB, 9-second BKB popped, just to be able to escape. Wanted to push the wave out a bit further, get that much bit more of farm, but unfortunately will have to pay for that with his BKB. So, I mean, you know, that was not a siege creep wave, so 35 minutes in. That's 4 upgrades, so, you know, that's like 350 gold, I think. Maybe a bit more. But I don't know if that's what you want to be paying for a 9-second BKB charge. Ultimately, that's up to him to decide, I suppose. Cheap Sick queued up now onto Boxy. It's top lane. They're going to try and find Nico here. Ooh, barely missing there with the Terrorize. Unable to find him. The Bedlam, sorry. Look at all these spiders, man. Koikva still only down to what, a 9-second BKB? So extremely restrained BKB usage here on Koikva. Love to see it. That's it's always something you can tend to underestimate, but will make a big difference here as this game goes late. Speaking of late here, and might be a little bit late to leave this lane. Is likely to die here. Trying to push out this tier 2, will not be able to do so. As a Liquid will get their bottom tier 2 in the meantime. Pardon me. Koikva just being annoying here with the spider lanes. With the full butterfly there. Although, yep, that Bloodthorn is a nice counter, however, to the scary Demon Man. Of course, when you are a Bloodthorn, it provides True Strike. However, of course, he can just BKB or max style it off. So I think now we're going to see the Son of Doom build here. Wouldn't be too surprised to see a Nullifier queued up now, as I think Mikke is about to lose here the Aegis. So we'll go onto the high ground, drop the Tombstone. He's gone for the 1+1 Geminate attack as well. Jumping forward is going to be Taiga, Koikva as well in the trees. Maybe looking for the jump here. Keeping Boogie locked down. Maybe one on the forces BKB. Will get silenced up, LSA, to destroy these spiders, but the tower falling quite quickly as he's silenced for quite a long time. That AoE Void doing pretty good work though, slowing down the attack. The tower will fall regardless. No chance for the Negas here, regardless of the outcome. Well, there's a chance, I suppose, if it goes that poorly. Boogie maybe looking to jump here onto the back line. Shadow Realm Dub will go Taiga, as they will land the Bedlam here. Maybe jumping forward as Taiga trying to get the damage here, jumping forward. Maybe holding onto the Echo Slam as Hannah. They will be able to get the kill. Buying back now is Boogie. BKBs all around though. Oh, Shaker going absolutely nowhere. Boxy pulling him back immediately with the X marks. Looked a bit funny, but some of my favorite things to see. They have stunned up Weaver as well. I'm not sure if they have detection here. It doesn't quite look like it. I don't believe there's a gem. Finally, we'll go ahead and drop a sentry. LSA is continuing to connect on him, but he's got one thing in mind, and it's this pair of barracks, which he's not going to be able to finish off, leaving the melee barracks still barely alive. Aegis will now get reclaimed, but Liquid still looking pretty strong here to fight. Maybe considering going back in, want to force the buyback here of the Shaker. They'll drop a second Tombstone now in this push, as they'll find Boogie in the trees, jumping on him now. BKB, there's going to be the buyback out from this Shaker. However, be careful, he's still got that Echo Slam, as they're trying to find the kill on to Mikke. He's going to be silenced up. They're going to be running him down. He's got no BKB. Do they have the damage? The time lapse will come out. Oh, there's the slam. Is it enough damage though? Yes, it is. Mikke finally will die as the Aeondes gets popped onto one. Nefrit has popped his BKB and in the Metamorphosis damage as Taiga will get caught there, but it's still going to be enough for him to land the stun and get the kill. As my goodness, Taiga was on a 10 times kill spree, so that's a lot of XP actually given to the enemy team. Liquid will get the tier 3 tower and the ranged barracks, but at a heavy price. They'll lose 2, and one of them is Mikke. Yep, Force Staff on Elsania is going to make a big difference. That's the thing I was talking about, right? And that's probably honestly why Mikke decided not to go for the Lincoln Sphere, because, I mean, he's just going to get ran down by Boogie, ideally, right? That's the ideal engagement for Wind and Rain. He's able to prevent Mikke from being able to time-lapse with the Crippling Fear. It's a preventative silence. It's so hard to get outrun him. Unfortunately, just didn't last long enough there. They ended up pulling him back regardless there, thanks to the time lapse and securing the kill. But good fight there from Wind and Rain. They'll hold on. It was a nice defense, and now Nefrit's going to be pretty scary here. He may be 7k behind here on the Broodmother, and you know, in a 1v1 scenario, we wouldn't really want to be Nefrit here either. But Broodmother, level 25 already, just about 6 slotted here, is going to be going for the AC. Can eat the Aghanims, of course, swap out something for the Midas, maybe sell the boots probably as well. So not really quite 6 slotted now that I think about it, but yeah, the Spider doesn't get much stronger from here, essentially. I mean, Son of Doom and that's it, which is going to be the next one. Don't underestimate that, that's quite strong. Lots of pausing so far as Nefrit will go ahead and reconnect to the game here, having a bit of maybe difficulties. Alright, Stalker Ags is going for the Nullifier himself, Boogie, though. It's a nice item. Very good item this game for both teams. Shaker is going for the echo damage. Love to see it. Just needs to hit these echoes a bit more. That last echo was used, of course, to set up for the kill onto Mickey, so no complaints there, but early game echoes, unfortunately, were probably not as successful as he was hoping for. Toto did crash here, apparently, for Nefrit. Wake for now. Like I said, eat the eggs. Oh, as actually has already sold the Midas, it appears. So eat the eggs. Eat the Midas. Sorry, eat the eggs. Turn the boots into travels or throw a nullifier in there. Maybe. Geez, what else do you want? I can't imagine. I don't know. We'll see. It depends. But wind and rain still definitely in it. Sup, says Insania. He is, you know.
I'm sensing a pattern here. I'm sensing a pattern here.
Mick is about to finish off with the MKB, which is going to be huge. Allow him to actually land hits here onto the TB, as long as he is either true striked or if they can get those bashes. Just kidding, what am I saying? That isn't mini bash anymore. That isn't mini bash in years. I'm sorry. I lied to you. Alright, now we're back. Yeah, he might just buy out for this, honestly. Liquid's feeling pretty strong. They have just lost their tier 2 top lane, however. It's not just. They've lost it a while ago. So they've got one tier 2 left. One tier 2 remaining for both teams. But Liquid, so far, their high ground looking quite healthy compared to Wind and Rains. So we might have a smoke up here potentially from the courier, just trying to push out this last wave. It's got 2 carts now, so these creep waves, I believe, are now going to be fully upgraded. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. They are fully upgraded. So that means these range creeps down bottom will be pushing pretty hard, but you know, not too hard. Liquid looking to scratch off that last tier 2 standing here on the map for Wind and Rain, enable them to go for the full build. I'm surprised they're actually, oh, they have already gotten shrines, silly me. Yep, probably looking to set up for next Roshan, which might be up, in fact will be up here in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Looking to get that last tier 2, take a bit of control here, nice wards setting up as well here on the side of Team Liquid. From there, I presume it's going to be a Roche, which is going to be a pretty spicy one, as Boxy will finish off the tier 2 tower. Oh, we might have a smoked team up behind here. Not smoke, just waiting to run here, as the Spiderlings will scout out 1, 2, perhaps 3 of the heroes there. Roche is still not up, needs about another 30-45 seconds here. Be able to blow up that illusion pretty quickly. Creeps begin to slowly filter in the base here for Team Liquid as well, so they do have time on their hands for now. Sitting smoked on the high ground here where the shrine used to stand for Wind and Rain. Still just holding on, being patient. Nefrit, he's probably honestly pretty okay with this. Gonna be building an MKB as well for himself. Nullifier queued up onto the Willow. That's quite spooky. As Kunkka will now go ahead and turn on that Radiance. Invis Rune and Yule Scepter on the Shaker. He actually had Ags queued up, but instead went for the Yules, interestingly enough. So 2 Yules now on this Wind and Rain side. There's going to be MKB completed. No buyback, however, for Nefrit. Keep that in mind. Of course, as mid laner not having buyback, it will be on cooldown, because the rest of the team will actually smoke up. They should know something's up. The Dragon Slave coming from seemingly nowhere. Slow smoke. Go for the Roshan here. They might just be able to sneak it away if they want to go for it, but the courier waiting there will die. It's a bold sacrifice, but a sacrifice well worth it here, as now the retaliation from Liquid. There's going to be the Bramble Mace at a choke point. Could be extremely huge. There's going to be BKB. And the Dark Ascension going forward, trying to find someone. Nefrit still holding on to his BKB. As that's crippling Fear help as well. Boogie perhaps a little bit closer, but now perhaps Nefrit in a bit of trouble. Going to get hexed up into the stun. Can he get the BK off or the Sunder? He's not going to be able to. No buyback. Echo Slam in the back, however, is going to be onto 1. It's going to be the Spider. She's almost dead, actually. Probably got the Spiderlings, but there's going to be the cheese being eaten. Alina will fall now as Boogie is now dead. GG is called, seemingly. Yeah, GG well played is the one we're looking for. They call it. Unfortunately, not the play. Wind and rain we're looking for. Their TB getting controlled. Killed before he can make use of his items. Team Liquid will take game number 1 here. Very well played to them. Yeah, I honestly, I think it was just the Brood. You know, it sucks to get Brood 5th picked. I don't think that was the biggest issue here, but certainly was an issue. Qualifiers, of course, ending the game 6-0 and 13. But also Taiga making the plays happen. Set up so many kills down bot lane with Boxy as well. With the Torrent into the, well, really it was the Cursed Ground into the Bramble Maze into the Torrent combo. Easily able to find kills level 1 super easily here against the Chen. But huge plays regardless. Team Liquid will take game number 1, but we'll be right back, guys. We're going to go to a short break and be back for our second game here of the best of 2 series, where Liquid lead 1-0 in the Chengdu and really DPC qualifiers. Stick around, guys. We'll be right back. See you soon.